From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Check 55 to Mike! Yo! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Blue 90! Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. David Irving in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. You got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Take it. Watch him now, Barney!
They'll set up a throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So we're going to 54. Why? We're going 47. We're going 46.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
We're going 46.
Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A good pickup there of 22.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks it.
On first down, Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Saints on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
First down, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
On the give, this is Drake. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Parks. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. And when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gone!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
All right, now, lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Barney.
On first and goal, Drake. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Detroit!
They'll come out in the pistol.
Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Prescott.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Green 39! Green 39!
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of it. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
There we go, count. There we go, 46.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys are in for 6. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 46 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down, Prescott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A second down throw for Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Over.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He goes underneath to Drake. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And his pass incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, Prescott. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Looking to throw. Martinez steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Avery Williamson coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Ohio! Ohio!
To throw is Martinez. Operating from the gun. Buying time to his left. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Let's go! 190! 190!
Now Martinez on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Martinez throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the midfield strike, they look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Avery Williamson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
On play action, they'll throw. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Now back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Lucky 56.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Lutz with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again, it's Elliott. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Dallas, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.